till 2010, we had the figure of $50 million. That was actually donated by Tata Group to Harvard University. Come 2015, the figure is $100 million. And that is the gift which is given by Chandrika and Ranjan Tandon to New York University for their College of Engineering. The interesting thing is, both of them were not a student of New York University. The School of Engineering will be renamed now as New York Tandon School of Engineering in recognition of the Tandons' generosity and their belief in the school's mission and promise. The university has agreed to a challenge from the donors to raise an additional separate $50 million, which will be principally focused on scholarship aid. Looking at the profile of Chandrika Tandon, she is a member of the board of overseers of New York University's Business School, a member of the New York University Board of Trustees, and leads the New York University President's Global Council.
She's not just part of NYU's global vision, she is the chair of the Global Council, which is some of the most distinguished friends of NYU from around the world. And it was her concept. She chairs it. When the meetings occur, which is twice a year, she leads them. She's visited every one of our 15 campuses. So she lives and breathes the Global Network University.
So now, help us understand how trustees are actively involved and in what way they contribute. And we are, of course, talking about Tandon. So, what would you say is it that, say, Chandrika brings on the table that is like an asset?
The gift that the Tandons have given is glorious and will provide funds for faculty, for financial aid for students, for program. But there are two other gifts that come with it that although they're not monetary, could be said to be more important. The first is Chandrika and Rajan are people who've always stood in their lives for excellence. They stand for excellence, they understand excellence, and they're saying that this place, this NYU, this engineering school is a place of excellence. That ratifies what we're doing. And the second gift that comes in addition to their monetary gift is the energy and wisdom that Chandrika brings as the primary family designate in the enterprise. She's been an enormously talented, insightful trustee, and day in and day out, she thinks NYU, and she helps us who are giving our lives to it to shape the school a better way. And I'm absolutely certain that's going to happen at the School of Engineering as well.
A former partner at McKinsey and Company, she is chair of Tandon Capital Associates, a financial advisory firm she founded in 1992. And she's also a Grammy nominated musician with an album, Soul Call, Soul Chants, and there was an album dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi with rendition of Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram in different ragas. Soul Call was nominated for Best Contemporary World Music in 2011. Her husband, Ranjan Tandon, is an engineer by training and a graduate of the Harvard Business School. He's founder and chair of Libra Advisors, a hedge fund that he founded in 1990. So, once again, this is believed to be the largest philanthropic gift by a member of the Indian American community, and the figure is $100 million. But beyond millions and billions, the precious and most valuable aspect is the spirit that cares, the spirit that is willing to share. So, Ranjanji, how this decision was taken, and was there any difference of opinion between the two of you about the figure or about where to contribute?
No, there was no difference of opinion between Chandrika and myself. Both of us are very much in agreement. Our thinking is very congruent on this. Chandrika has been involved in New York University for a while, and I am from IIT Kanpur, so I love engineering. Chandrika also sees the need for future growth of engineering and the application of engineering to our society. So we were we've been very much in agreement on everything.
I think of course, speaks about them, but I also look at it as a statement about the way New York University is functioning under your leadership, that they were inspired and they have this kind of faith and trust with the way New York University is going to serve students. So, walk us through a little bit about the involvement of Chandrika Tandon with New York University, and about what is the vision which might have stimulated this idea in them.
The wonderful thing about the Tandons' generosity and their choice to give this glorious gift and support to our School of Engineering, which now, of course, will be named the Tandon School of Engineering, is that they chose to do it because of what we are. They chose it because of the excellence they perceived here. Uh, they had no connection with NYU 15 years ago. They didn't go here themselves. Their children didn't go here. The connections began to build over the years because first Chandrika, and late, I don't want to get her name right. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know. Uh, the connections began to build over the years because first Chandrika and later Rajan began to see here something that they perceived as special, and it was this wonderful spirit of work across boundaries, and the vitality of the faculty and the students. So it was first that Chandrika became involved as a businesswoman in residence at our business school. A friendship developed quite accidentally between her family and my family because our daughters, their daughter and my daughter, were classmates and friends in school. And then gradually it built up. Chandrika became a trustee. Rajan began to come to events. He began to say something special is happening at NYU. And before you know it, they began to realize what was happening, especially in the field of engineering. And that was what led to this gift.
The fact that this is NYU, which is an institution which has gone through such a trajectory of excellence over the last few years. As a trustee of the university, I've had a front row seat to what's been happening. And with a global network university and all of that, as you've read about and so on. The second is the story of the Polytechnic School of Engineering, which is a potential transformation in the making. This is a school which has got extraordinary kids doing extraordinary things. And that's a story that we hope will come out into play over the next few years, supported by us and a lot of others. The third piece of it coming together is just our natural passion. You asked this question about music versus engineering. We don't think of engineering as just machines being reordered. We think of engineering as changing everyday world. So even if you take the music world, engineering has changed so much of what's happening in the music world. The way music technology is actually approached, visual installations that happen in concerts, so that's just one field which it touches. But more broadly, Ashok, technology has touched solutions for the bottom of the pyramid. I mean, you hear of $10 washing machines that were created in poverty-ridden in India, actually, where that came from a group of very technologically engineering-minded people. So I think the whole concept of what is possible with engineering is a new state of the art. And then with all of this, there's the glory of New York City, which is our home, where we've lived for 37 years, and this is our city. And so for us, the notion of all four coming together is an extraordinary confluence. And so it's not about music, it's not about math, it's not about any one stream, it's a confluence of many streams. I've been involved with the university now for 10 years, Ashok, in different roles, in different capacities, doing different jobs, serving in whatever way I can. At the core of everything is the great students. We have amazing students. They are awesome, and the possibilities of what needs to be done for them, we think about that a lot. And I think that's what inspires us. and the faculty who are doing such interesting things and are really trying to change the world in their ways and their own disciplines, that's inspiring for us. And then the overall theme that I would say, if I step back in all of this, is where you started, which is this passion for excellence. My husband and I are here because we believe in the NYU story. We believe that excellence is being built. We believe that even more excellence is going to be built at NYU, in many of the schools, and definitely in the engineering school. That's our hope. That's our prayer. Is it a guarantee? We don't know, but that's what we're betting on. So this is, you said so much of your resources. It is betting on a transformation. And by the way, the one other thing I want to say is, it's not our resources alone. As I say, with a small amount of money, however big this sounds, we are talking of a very large school and a very large potential and a very large problem, because we would like to get big things happening in the school. So it is not about our money. It is about really the potential for other people to come together, whether it's a city or other donors, and everyone's minds and brains and money coming together, time, talent, and treasure coming together to make this better, to participate in the transformation story. So we are a small part of it.
You say you're a small part of it, which might be true, and probably that is true. But when you look at it from the other side, people feel New York University is such a rich university and they have so many resources. So, where do you felt that there was a need for this kind of gift? Just help us understand from the point of view of someone who is not familiar with the way universities function.
See, the scale of operation of these universities is really extraordinary. I mean, and John, I don't know if you spoke to him, but John would always say, you place a great university in a place and it creates ripple effects all around it, in terms of a city, in terms of what happens around it. And it's not just what happens within a university in a point of time, in 1 year or 4 years. It's what happens for years later on. So to me and to Ranjan, the scale of NYU is one of the attractions.
How do you see the potential role which this gift is likely to play for New York University in general and for the students in particular?
I think that is primarily the responsibility of the university to decide how to allocate the funds but the entire objective is for faculty, for buildings, for curriculum, just to enhance the university.
Just to build on Ranjan's point, the goal for both of us, and I think we both were joined in the objective, that this should be an opportunity to create a real movement in the way the school operates. So it was really about creating a transformation. So whatever it takes, and we have amazing leadership at the university and at the school, and they'll figure out what to do. We
Absolutely.
would never want to second guess.
I just want to mention here in your presence that we it's probably a coincidence, but the dean of the School of Engineering of New York University at the moment also hails from India, and you got a chance to interact with him.
Intensively, and I think he's a terrific person for you to talk to, because he really has very good ideas, and he's a great leader.